here hiking, doing an overnight here at the Big Fork and Loeb Trail. It's like a couple trails combined. It's very, very, very icy here, and it's 26 degrees. I got like already, my nose is kind of running, and I got some gloves, and it's definitely icy. On this trail, this is where I actually parked. My car is back there. So I'm actually gonna start the opposite direction because the elevation, eventually we're gonna be on the Loeb Trail as well. So we'll see how this trip goes. It's cold. I got my winter sleeping bag and also a new sleeping pad. Let's get going. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I do have a new phone and my camera is better because actually I'm more in the view instead of so close up. Let me know what you guys think compared to my previous videos. I'm trying to better the quality, and this phone has a way better stabilization because sometimes my footage used to be real shaky. It's gonna be a little challenging for me to get as much footage as I want, and because my hands are cold every time I have to take off my gloves. These gloves have like the fingers so you could be able to use the phone, but it's not working. Every time I take off my gloves, my hands start freezing. But hopefully the temperature goes up just enough so my hands are not as cold, and I'll be able to get as much footage as I can. I can only imagine how nice this is in the summer. So guys, this is the water right here that we're running around, or hiking around I should say, not running. Just to let you know, this is probably estimate 18-mile hike, a little bit over. Also, I am testing a couple things. I'm testing my winter sleeping bag, a new sleeping pad by Klymit. It has good reviews. I actually slept on it one night at home. I actually set it up in my den since my wife was working overnight. And it was pretty comfortable. Obviously it's not like sleeping on your regular bed, but so this trail is unmarked. I have not seen any markings, and that's what it said, pretty much the research I did. I'm using the All Trails app. I love that app. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything, but I like it. I use the pro version. They do have a free one, which is mainly if you have service, you could use that to guide you around. But in this area, obviously, pretty much all the trails I do sometimes don't have service throughout the whole trail. This actually gives you the pro version, actually lets you download the map before you leave home, and you can still guide yourself throughout the trail. It's actually warming up. I don't know if it's because I'm working out, but my hands are not as cold now. Nice and sunny today. And as you can see, there's some snow on the ground. It is getting icy. Woo. I just hope it's not as icy on the way back down. This backpack that I have is kind of like the frameless packs that you see the thru hikers or some of the more experienced hikers, I should say, use. But obviously this one is a budget friendly. It's kind of like a knockoff, but it is comfortable and definitely worth it. I'm not really a believer on you pay for what you get. I like to do my homework on the gear, look at the reviews, see others' opinion, and actually I'm gonna start doing more reviews just for that reason. Just so people can actually find other alternatives and maybe better their gear. It's getting a little rocky here. The trail is actually not too bad to follow. Definitely the app is helping me, but some sections like this where there's a lot of rocks, it kind of, you gotta look at check where you're at and stuff. But once the rocks clear up, you can see like a little pave for you to know where the trail is. Again, this trail is unmarked. This one at least. I don't know if the Loeb and Big East Fork, I believe, is marked. But so far, no markings on this one. I'm kind of like hot, cold. But I guess it's because anytime I stop, that's when you start getting cold a little bit. But I was sweating. I actually don't have like a winter coat or anything yet for hiking. I usually like fleece. It's not compact, but right now I have like an athletic shirt underneath, long sleeve, real thin. It's mainly to work out. And then I have this fleece sweater. And then I have this Columbia fleece vest. And it provides, so far, good enough warmth. And then I have my rain jacket that I was wearing earlier. And it actually helps with the breeze. But look at, it is nice, like with all the snow around and the running water. So guys, I've been hiking up, and there's a lot of ice, so it's making it a little challenging. Just gotta take it a little easy because of all the ice and snow. I haven't fall yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to fall eventually sometime this trip. It's getting real hard to follow the trail. Very icy and snowy. I'm in a tunnel. Still icy around, but there's more roots so I can grip on or trip. So I don't know if you want to take it a good thing or not. I am now currently on the Loeb trail. It looks like that trail shining. I'll put it on the video. The sun feels so good, and the view here is stunning. This part of the trail, Art Loeb, I kind of want to do the Art Loeb, like the full Art Loeb. It's like 30 miles or so. This is what North Carolina looks like. This is what I like about this trail, is that it's so open. Pretty much you can see a 360 around. This trail is like amazing. Definitely recommend it. Beautiful here. I wonder, oh, there's a tent here, a campsite that you can actually camp. This will be beautiful. It's too early to camp, obviously. I was thinking this would have been a nice spot to end the night here, but I already chose my path, my direction. I decided to take a break, eat some lunch. It's about a little afternoon. It's a nice view to be up here. There's no chairs or, I mean, you know, somewhere I could sit, but it's nice. Eating some vegetables or whatever you want to call it. Best thing. Each of these have like close to 300 calories. We're probably around 6 or 7 miles in. Making okay progress. I would have liked to be a little further on, but it's fine. Trying to at least do 9 or 10 miles. That way I have pretty much like 7 or 8. And it'll be a nice shorter day tomorrow. And I think it might rain tomorrow. But up here, the weather's kind of unpredictable, so. My dog's paw is cut. Feels like every trip we go on, this happens. I'm gonna have to look for some dog booties so that way it protects her feet. But let me know what you guys do if you guys hike with your dog. So look at what that is. It looks like it's a paw of a bear. Never thought I would be dealing with this much snow. Ooh. Look at this. It's crazy. I just ran into a couple backpackers, and they told me some little bit of information. This is the best part of the Loeb trail. So if you do this trail, you're going to see probably the best part, like they said. And I don't see how can it get any better than this, like a 360 all the way around. Close to 3, and I'm gonna try to hike and then see if I can find campsites eventually, because the sun will go down around closer to 6. But I do want to have my tent set up really, really good tonight, because the last backpacking trip I did, I kind of hiked and ended up finding camp really, really late, and there was actually people already there, and I was rushing to set up my tent so I don't make no noise, and I didn't set it up well. It collapsed on me. So hopefully we have a good view in the morning or this evening. Still at the top. I just ran into a campsite. However, it's somewhat early, and I want to push slightly more. That way I have less to do tomorrow. So I'm getting kind of tempted to camp here for the night. Even though it's kind of early, it's close to 4. However, it is starting getting cold, and I kind of want to set up my tent when my hands are not freezing, and also just relax and enjoy this view. Because come on, like, what better campsite? It is windy here, but look at this view. I am really tempted. I think I'll be heading towards that way down, and I'm not sure if I see any campsites over there. So guess what? You wouldn't believe I forgot. I forgot my pocket stove. So, no mountain house meal today. I'm really kind of disappointed. And that means no coffee tomorrow. I need to really come up with like a list That way I could go through the checklist when I go backpacking. But other than that, I'm good. Looks like I'm gonna have a comfortable night. I'm gonna try out my new klymit sleeping pad out actually on the trail. These tents that are like freestanding, they come with a little challenge to put up, but if you do it often, you get the hang of it. The ground here is really, really hard, so I actually had to use a couple rocks and stones to pretty much secure it in place, make sure that it doesn't go nowhere. So it looks like I'm gonna eat this. I'm actually pretty good. It's just I'm disappointed. I wanted a hot meal, but because I got this, I got a whole bunch of meal bars, and it's only for overnight anyway. I'm just disappointed, but yeah, I got my tent set up nice. Might make a little adjustments, but I'm good. My feet always get dirty. But look at this view. This is gonna be a good night. This side you can't really see much because we're on a hill from here, but it is nice. I should actually open up this one, but I'm gonna close it eventually at nighttime, but to stop the breeze. Even though it's not that windy right now, but it's so windy. My tent collapsed again, but this time it's probably because the wind is just too strong. I try to strain it up. I got one pole holding right now. The other one is kind of like leaning on me, and I'm kind of pushing up against it till it doesn't fully collapse. I'm just trying to make it closer towards the sunrise. It's been a long night. It was the night started out good. I was comfortable, and then the wind started picking up, and I'm talking about real strong winds. The trekking pole came out of place, and I was trying to put it on, but the wind was fighting me, and I had to just kind of deal with it and just hope that the other one was gonna hold up. The other thing is, if it didn't hold off, if it just collapsed on me, I was just gonna actually start hiking overnight, because it was like 2 o'clock when it started, and it did not stop until like recently, just now. So my dog's bleeding more. It's all down the trail. I'm trying to make it. Oh wow, it's quite a bit. I gotta definitely get her some booties. She's tolerating it, but I know she's in pain. And anytime she gets a chance, she'll sit down. We're almost there. Come on. And then I'll wrap it up. Gotta get something to wrap it up with. So I'm in this area right now. Glass overlook. Oh, I've been there, Looking Glass. Did that. It's a nice little day hike. Dang, that's pretty cool. drink some water. Don't got much. This part of the trail doesn't have any water, so the reviews were pretty much accurate. The other side had like a creek most of the time throughout, and the top doesn't have much water either. So once you get up top, you're done with water so far. I got about a liter left. So I'm just thinking about last night. That campsite was probably the best campsite I've stood at. However, I did pay the price. I think it has been one of the roughest nights. It was kind of like it was really pushing hard. I actually, at some points, I thought that it was gonna break my trekking pole. I really wanted to get some footage on how strong, but the footage was not telling the story. It was just, that wind was vicious. Looks like I'm gonna get to the car around a little afternoon, maybe 2, depending. So we reached a nice little waterfall here. This is a nice little area right here. And there's actually a campsite right here. You probably can go swimming in one of these, probably down there. But it's nice and the water's clean. Gotta be careful with the ice. But look at this, in the summer, you probably could get freshened up there. It's a steep bridge. Might have to put my dog on the leash. This will be a nice little one. Not much space for a tent though, but I guess hammocks will be good. It looks like somebody had a hammock on there. That was a little tricky there. I actually thought I got off the trail because it was like actually down there, and the trail kind of, you have to pretty much somewhat go in the water. So I began to think that I got off the trail, but I ended up running into other hikers, and they actually were heading the same way. They're actually in front of me now. My dog was struggling a little bit there because I had to lift her up a little bit because of her paw, but we're almost to the car. Almost there.
If you enjoy hiking and backpacking, consider hitting that subscribe button and bell notification, and I will see you on the next trail.